Whist, lads, had your gobs. I'll tell us an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. One Sunday morning, young Lambton went a fishing in the weir. He caught a fish upon his yoke, he thought it awfully queer. But what a kind of fish it was, young Lambton couldn't tell. He wouldn't fash a carry time, so he waited in the well. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, Lambton, he's inclined again in fighting foreign wars. He joined a troop of knights that cares for neither wounds nor scars. So off he goes to Palestine, where queer things him befell. And he very soon forgot all about that funny worm down the well. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, the worm he grew and grew and grew and grew to an awful size, with a great big head and great big goggly eyes. And when at night he crawled about to pick up bits of news, if he felt dry upon the road, he milked a dozen coos. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Now the worm he'd often got and feed calves and lambs and sheep. He'd swallow little bairns alive as they lay down to sleep. And when he'd eaten all he could and he had his fill, away he went and lapped his tail 10 times round Picture Hill. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, the news of this most awful worm and his queer goings on soon crossed the seas and got to the lugs of bold and brave Sir John. So back he comes from Palestine and cuts it in 3 halves, and that puts pay to eating all them birds and sheep and calves. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Whist, lads, had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, now you know how all the folks on both sides of the weir lots of sheep and lots of sleep and lived in mortal fear. So let's have one for brave Sir John. He kept the bairns from harm, saved coos and calves by making house of the famous Lambton worm. Whist, lads, all had me gob, I've told yous all an awful story of Sir John's clever job in the awful Lambton worm.